Hello students, welcome to Online Study for You. My name is Tanvi Ajmera. So for the ones who already know me, welcome back to this video that we have together. And jinke liye this is the first time we are interacting. A very big hi, hello, and do stay tuned to the end of this video in order to see what we have to offer all of you today, right? So recently there's again a lot of discussion around the Infosys interview, right? And for most of you, while you will be confident कि technical round तो मैम निकाल लेंगे and अटक रहे हो थोड़े से HR round में, or maybe you do not know the correct approach in how to give answers to your HR round questions. So this video is entirely dedicated to preparing for one very make or break question of your Infosys HR interview. So let's begin our discussion. And like I said, do let us know how you like this video. Do like the video. Do subscribe to our channel in case you haven't already. So when it comes to Infosys self-introduction, right, it's a very important part of any HR interview, to be honest, कि अपने आप के बारे में बताइए, अपने बारे में बताइए. 60% students clear the Infosys HR round in comparison to 95% students clearing the technical round. So, the figures are very staggering. If there are 95% people who are clearing the technical round, so they do not deserve to not clear your HR round. So the idea is to be able to prepare you for this entire question, right? But आप याद रखिएगा कि this is not a one size fits all, So how I introduce myself will be very different from how you introduce yourself. Vice versa, because our stories are different, our achievements are different. So do not try and resort to forums like Quora or Google and copy paste your answers from there. जो recruit करने बैठे हैं उन्होंने भी life में कुछ किया है. They've also met students throughout the years, so they know what you're going to talk about if you've copy pasted content. Okay. Now the Infosys math, and I have been able to figure this over the entire data that we've collected and the experience that we have as a team collectively. So what basically happens, students, is that they rule out 30 to 40% people in the HR round, So generally सबको लगता है कि maximum elimination technical round में होगा, HR round में hardly कुछ होगा. They'll just ask you simple basic questions. For Infosys students, this is not true. So you cannot just be happy once you've cleared your technical round, क्योंकि HR round बाकी है मेरे दोस्त, and they can rule out 30 to 40% students in this particular round. Okay. So out of the 200 interviews that they conducted, 176 times they have asked this question, which is, tell me about yourself. So ये सवाल, by now you guys are clear data देख के कि बार बार आता है, right? And more so, this is like the conversation point for you. So any interview that you're looking at cannot be like a monologue कि मैं बोलते रहूं आप सुनते रहे और इंटरव्यू खत्म हो जाए. It needs to be a conversation. So how do you give them that point of conversation जहां से आपको सवाल करना चाहिए? It is from this particular question. Repetition chances for this question are 88%, right? So almost close to 90% is the repetition rate of this particular questions. I hope it's obvious कि बहुत ही lucky आदमी होगा वो who's not going to get this particular question. So in almost 90% cases, this is going to be the question that you're going to be asked about. अब जब ये maths पता है, right, कि 30 to 40% को यहाँ से निकाला जाएगा, 176 times पूछा out of 200 interviews, और repetition chances are also so high. तो why not prepare for this question, right? It's not any rocket science. हमारे पहले बहुत सारे लोगों ने ये question दे के Infosys में job ली है, हमारे बाद भी यही होने वाला है, right? So why not actually prepare for this question well? So my entire agenda of discussion with you is going to be around three things. There is a method that I use in order to answer this tell me about yourself question, which is your present, past, future structure method. There is a success recipe, right? हर चीज का एक formula होता है, एक recipe होती है. And of course, I'm going to introduce you to 8 very important power words जो आपको figure करना है कि where do you want to use it during your course of introduction. Okay. Now, when you come to this, which is the methodology of the past, present, future, right? The first thing that you need to talk about is who you are, which is your present. आप कौन हो, right? Which is in the present. how you got there, right? So whatever you are, वो आज रात में तो नहीं बना, कल रात में तो नहीं बना. It is a summation of your experiences, your achievements, your accomplishments, all of that, right? So that's where you talk about your past. And moving forward, you know, when you see the face of competition is so high in our industry, what is that particular value that you can add to this organization given the fact that they hire you? So these are the three things around which we're going to try and talk. Okay. Now, the first thing, when I'm trying to tell you who I am, what is my present, okay? So for you people, kyunki abhi experience nahi hai, as freshers, we are going to sit for this interview. We talk of our educational qualifications and the projects, okay? You start with your field of study, whatever is your field of study, you start with that and you dive into your experiences directly. So whatever are your experiences, which is in terms of your projects, your internships, your accomplishments, if you've had any during your college tenure, school tenure, etc. Very, very important to use adjectives, right? But ऐसे नहीं कि हम superlative adjectives use कर दे. I am the best speaker of my नहीं. That's arrogance, okay? Do not use superlatives. Try and use very moderately good adjectives which actually talk positive about yourself, help you to create a positive impression, but ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए कि भाई बंदा बड़ा overconfident है. So if I have to actually show you a sample of this, hi, I'm Meera. I'm a hardworking, adjective, engineering graduate, specialized in computer science engineering. So here I've clearly given you what I'm studying, what is my educational qualification, with overall CGPA of 7. Whether you want to mention this or not, if your CGPA is not very, very good, you can absolutely skip this out. Along with my degree, I completed .NET, Java, SQL courses on Coursera. These courses allowed me to work on my final project titled whatever, because I do not come from an engineering background, तो मुझे exactly पता नहीं है आपके किस तरीके के projects होते हैं. And it was during this project that I realized I am a team player with good communication skills, क्योंकि तब I was working with people. I had to do things in teams. I had to communicate with people. For a lot of you, जिनका ये last year या last to last year have gone work from home वाले situation में, allows you to even say stuff like I am very good with virtual interaction क्योंकि we've been working virtually. Just a sample for you. Of course, like I said, ये सबके लिए टेलराइज्ड होना चाहिए. आप अपने हिसाब से इसको कस्टमाइज करें. फोकस ऑन गेटिंग द मेथड, गेटिंग द कॉन्सेप्ट रादर देन कॉपी पेस्टिंग जो डिस्कस हुआ है. How you got there, right? From your past, you've arrived at where your present is. So highlight your key strengths and whatever have been your takeaways. Identify the 2-3 attributes that their job description is talking about and match them to your experience. Give examples as proof of statement. So for example, if I were to apply for, a systems engineer job, जहाँ पे मुझे लगता है कि attention to detail becomes very important. Problem solving is very, very important क्योंकि आपको high escalation mails आ सकते हैं where you need to immediately give your attention. Again, students, this is all this from my understanding. बुरा मत मान लेना if I'm saying something which is not relevant. Just trying to give you an example. So you need to identify how you've developed these things, So maybe you can say that since the time I've been in college, I've always liked to pay attention to details, which is why I work very hard on proofreading my projects, etc. Therefore, I think even for this job, I will, take a lot of attention and pay attention to the smallest things to make this project a success. Or if you can say that while I was sitting at home during the pandemic, I realized that communication skill is a very, very important virtue in today's date, because we may end up in a situation where we do not meet our teammates, our colleagues, yet we are working together. In order to hone my communication skills, I pursued so-and-so course. I undertook so-and-so activity. I was a part of Toastmasters International, whatever you have. Okay, so talk about the past, which has helped you arrive where you are. Now, future, what is your value addition? Reinforce why you are a good fit for the job. So ये आपका elevator pitch होता है. Like if I tell you 30 seconds में बताओ हमें तुम्हें क्यों hire करना चाहिए, So this is the 30-second pitch. Pose yourself as a person who is open to learning and accepts change. Now, after the pandemic situation, 2 of the top skills that any company is looking at is someone who's open to learning, right? आज ये technology है, कल शायद ये technology नहीं होगी. Someone has to be okay to adapt and upskill or upgrade themselves. accept change, right? As human beings hum sabko resistance to change hota hai. Like right now when we're all working from home, a lot of people will have resistance to go back to office and work from office ki yaar ghar pe acha tha, aaram se kaam kar sakte the. But you have to pose yourself as someone who's accepting changes. This is also important क्योंकि बहुतों के लिए आपके लिए shifts अलग होंगे, cities अलग होंगी, right? So you may not be in your desired location, you may be in another location. So you have to come across as someone who's open to learning, open to experiences, will be ready to explore. Okay. Highlight the important parts of your journey. Here, if there are any figures that you can talk about, like if personally for me, I think I pursued 3 relevant internships during the course of my college days. Okay. So the number 3, when I say 3, the number 3 starts rotating in your head. So if there are parts like that, you can highlight numbers. You can highlight something that is different. So let's say if you've been a part of some student run organization, some youth committee where you guys are doing something, you can highlight those parts also because they will be different from the other candidates. All right. So I hope ye past, present, future वाला structure समझ में आ गया आप सबको. Power mantra, right? So these are the following words that you need to use, which is responsible or responsibility, right? You can use something like that. Collaboration, collaborating, togetherness, working together. Initiative, you're somebody who likes to take that leap, who likes to jump and dive into things. Lead, leader, leadership, you can use something like this. You know, do not have this notion ki ma'am leadership to tab use kar sakte jab experience hai. Nahi, you can be a leader of your college projects, not a problem. Resolve, resolution, right? Measuring, measurable. Results, you are a result oriented person, right? That's why I said use numbers if you can. Examples, you know, so for example, whatever you're trying to say, try and use examples for that. Okay. Last but not the least, the success recipe that I have for you is, remember students ki sabko pata, you know, as HR recruiters, when we are recruiting, we know that you're not 100% sure and ready. We know that you're coming in as freshers, so our expectations are not crazy. Okay. But the point is, you need to come across number one as someone who's confident and assertive. Okay. And assertive or aggressive ke beech mein ek antar hota hai. So aggressive is someone who can bang the table to prove the point, but assertive is someone who can keep calm and yet say, sir, I differ and this is my point of view. Okay. That is being assertive. So be confident and be assertive. Number 2, ये टाइम नहीं है आपका ग्रामर ठीक करने का. So if your grammar is not all right, 2-3 mistakes here and there is absolutely fine, because again, to your relevant job skill set, it's not like you need top notch communication skills. You need communication skills that are absolutely okay, plus you're open to learning, so you can basically improve your grammar, etc. Okay. So do not worry so much about your grammar or your concepts related to pronunciation. Last but not the least, virtual interview hai, please dress appropriately. That is definitely your success recipe. If you're poorly dressed because you think you're working out of home, that's showing a message that you're not very, very serious. Okay. So dress appropriately. Like for example, even if I'm creating this video, I can't just come in pajama and maybe, I don't know, like a Scooby-Doo t-shirt. I'm not going to do that. I will dress appropriately because I'm trying to talk to you about something important. So best of luck, all of you, and do let me know how you like the video in the comment box, and I'm going to see you soon. All the best.